Welcome to E-Content Development and myself Dr. Balasubramaniam, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Zoology, Government First Grade College and PG Center, Chintamani. Today we are going to discuss about the morphology of Aurelia. This morphology of Aurelia belongs to the first semester BSc Zoology syllabus of Bangalore North University. And this is session 21, and we can observe the photograph of the jellyfish or Aurelia. Learning objective of the topic: to understand the morphology of Aurelia. Session outcome: the students will able to know or to understand some aspects of the morphology of Aurelia. Recap of the previous classes. So we studied the general characters of the phylum Cylindrita along with the classification of phylum Cylindrita in the last class. Now, morphology of Aurelia or jellyfish. So this jellyfish belongs to the phylum Cylindrita of the class Scyphozoa, and the type is the jellyfish or Aurelia. Morphology or externals of Aurelia, it includes the following features. Just we observe the photographs of the Aurelia, also called moon jellyfish, because it resembles the moon, and we find the epidermis and the center mesoglea, which is a gelatinous and non-cellular. In the Aurelia it is cellular, and gastrodermis or endoderm, and we find the gonads, the tentacles, the mouth, the oral arm, the subumbellar surface, the rhopalium, the circular canal, the radial canal, the exumbellar surface or the convex surface, and the gastric cavity, that is the mouth lead to the gastric cavity or the cylindron. Okay. Now here just we see this oral view. In the oral view, we observe the mouth, the oral arms, the radial canal, and the tentacles, the circular canals, the gonads, and the rhopalium. Now, morphology of Aurelia. See, Aurelia is a cosmopolitan distribution or worldwide in distribution. Mostly it occurs in the warm waters and temperate seas, found either floating on the surface of oceans or swimming feebly, slowly by the contraction movements. Next one, it is a carnivorous organism feeding on the small animals like the crustaceans, worms, eggs, etc. It has a circular body measuring about 9 mm, so that comes around 9 centimeters. When you convert that one to the centimeters, 9 centimeters or 90 mm in diameter, and has a convex aboral exumbellar surface and a concave oral or subumbellar surface. So there is a depression in the oral surface, so which is concave, and there is a bulged surface in the aboral surface, that's a convex surface. The morphology of Aurelia continued. The color of the Aurelia is a transparent bluish white in color. Next character, from the center of subumbellar surface hangs down very short and inconspicuous manubrium or hypostomium. At the distal end of this manubrium, the mouth is present. Now, in the case of the Cylindrita, the mouth is present at an elevated position called hypostome or manubrium. Next character, from the corner of each manubrium hangs down the long tapering, much frilled and delicate processes called oral arm. So there are 4 oral arms which are surrounding the mouth. Just above the subgenital pits within the umbrella is the horseshoe shaped and frilled gonads, which are reddish or purple in color. Generally these gonads are observed more conspicuously on the exumbellar surface rather than the oral surface. The circular margin of umbrella or bell is broken down into 8 lobes. See, one lobe, second lobe, third lobe, fourth lobe, fifth lobe, sixth lobe, seventh lobe. 8 lobes are there. By the 8 indentations are notches, 4 of which are perradial and 4 of which are interradial. So interradial 4 and 4 are perradial. Each notch has 2 delicate leaf-like processes called marginal lappets. Between the notches, the free end of umbrella has a numerous small delicate hollow threads or marginal tentacles. Now, these tentacles bear batteries or stinging cells or nematocysts which are able to produce the toxin called epoxin, which are able to kill the prey. Further, margin of subumbrella surface bearing lappets and tentacles form thin or flexible flaps called velarium or pseudovelarium. Between the lappets lies small sensory or tentaculocysts or propylium. Next character, Aurelia is a diploblastic organism, has 2 germ layers, namely outer ectoderm, inner endoderm, with the cellular gelatinous mesoglea in the middle. Now we understood about the morphology of Aurelia. Now Aurelia, multiple choice questions only. Aurelia is also called jellyfish because this mesoglea is gelatinous, therefore called jellyfish. So these organisms look like gel-like structures, so therefore called jellyfish. So porcupine fish are cartilage fish. They belong to the vertebrates. Avala comb jelly, it belongs to the ctenophorans. Second question only, Aurelia belongs to the class Scyphozoa, cup-shaped animals. So it doesn't belong to the Anthozoa or Hydrozoa or Sporozoa. Sporozoa is one of the class in the phylum Protozoa. Again, the shape of the gonads in Aurelia is horseshoe shaped, which is observed on the exsublnar surface. Now these gonads are endodermal in origin. It's not circular or rhomboidal or bryozoa. Dash are the stinging cells in the phylum Sedentata. The nematocysts are the stinging cells in phylum Sedentata. It's not coloblast or pseudopodia or spicules. Aurelia is carnivorous. It's not herbivorous or omnivorous or blood sucking. Thank you.